Hey everyone, it's Lexie. So in today's video I'll be sharing with you all the books that I plan on reading in the month of September. So I have a total of 5 books here, 2 of which are part of like my external book clubs away from like YouTube, one with my aunt and one with my friend. So there's kind of a good variety of books in here. One's a reread that I'm really excited about as well. So I kind of have a good variety of kind of book genres in this month. So yeah, without further ado, let's get started. So starting out, I first have the Tales and Teacups book club picks for the months of September and October. So if you want to learn more about the book club and all of that fun stuff, everything will be down below and linked up in the cards. But these 2 months we'll be reading Pretty Girls by Karen Slaughter, and this is my first Karen Slaughter book and I'm super excited for it. But basically, like, I'll kind of read the back here because I feel like I'm not good at explaining it, but it says it's been more than 20 years since Claire and Lydia last spoke. Claire is a glamorous trophy wife of an Atlanta millionaire. Lydia, a single mother dating an ex-con, struggles to make ends meet, but neither has recovered from the disappearance of their sister Julia 2 decades earlier, and the shocking murder of Claire's husband brings the horror and heartbreak of the past roaring into their lives. So I'm really interested for this. I've heard really great things about this book and this author in general, so I'm really excited to see how I feel about this, and maybe this can kickstart a new kind of marathon for me in terms of like author. So I'm really excited for this. I feel like this is a really good book to read, like the suspenseful, like dark ones kind of going into fall, and like September, October I feel like are the perfect times for this. So I'm really excited for this one. I'll be picking this one up very soon. So next, this is one that I'm actually currently reading and about halfway through, and it is King of Scars by Leigh Bardugo, and this is the like Nikolai spin-off duology. And so I can't really talk about too much about this because it kind of ties into the other series within the Grisha verse, but I'm currently reading this now. Nikolai was my favorite character from the Grisha trilogy, so I was really excited he got his own little duology. So I'm about, like I said, about halfway through. I'll probably finish it this weekend, I really struggled with the beginning because I forgot a lot of the stuff that happened in the first trilogy, and I only read the first 6 of Crows. So like there's some characters in here, but now kind of after the kind of second part of the book, that's when I've been starting to get into it. So yeah, I'm enjoying it a little bit more now, so we'll see how I feel if I want to continue on with this duology. But I noticed I got this at half price books, and I never get like physical hard books from the bookstore, but I just happened to be there and I was like, oh okay, and it was on sale. So, but I also noticed it's one of their signed copies that I had no idea about, so that's kind of a fun thing because I don't have very many signed books. I think I have one more besides this, and so yeah, but hopefully I'm kind of enjoying it now, so it's starting to pick up a bit. But I feel like if I were to like pick up the next one when the second one comes out, I'd have to reread the Grisha trilogy and 6 of Crows because I don't remember any of it. But like I said, I'm starting to remember a lot of the stuff now, and I'm kind of getting more into it, so we'll see how I feel at the end. So this is a carryover book from the August TBR that I didn't end up getting to, and it was A Piece of This World by Christina Kline. And this is basically like a dual storyline about kind of that has a past and present storyline following this girl who's kind of very much kind of stuck in her like family house. Basically, she has no really kind of experience with the outside world, and she ends up becoming this guy's muse for one of the famous paintings called Christina's World, which is this one right here, which I'm not familiar with, but it kind of talks about the girl behind that, her relationship with the artist, and then also ties in a like present day storyline. So I'm very interested for this. She wrote Orphan Train, which I really enjoyed. I read that maybe, oh man, probably 4 years ago maybe, which I really like. So I'm very interested to see this. I haven't read like a historical fiction like this that's not World War II in a while, so I'm definitely excited for this one. And lastly, these two are the ones that are part of my kind of external book clubs. The first one being Lilac Girls by Martha Hall Kelly, and this is actually a reread for me. My aunt saw it and she keeps talking about it. I'm like, oh, I read this a couple years ago, but it's been long enough that I don't remember a lot of it, so we are reading this together, and I'm really excited for this one. I read, like I said, I gave this a 5 out of 5 stars initially, and I'm really excited for this one as well. I think it will be really, like, we're about like 100 or so pages into it, so I'm really enjoying it again as a reread, and there's a lot of things that I'm picking up that I didn't the first time. So basically the premise of this is it follows, I feel like it's based off a true story with some like fictional narratives woven in, but it follows this woman named Caroline who is kind of a socialite in New York, and she sends kind of care packages to French orphans during, like, kind of on the late 30s, 1940s, kind of right around World War II. Then we follow Kazia, who is a Polish citizen who is living through the Nazi invasion of her homeland. And then we also follow Herta, who is a officer of Ravensbrück, and all of these women's stories intertwine. It's really good, a really unique read, and I really love the writing style in here. There's something like really kind of grasping with her writing that really draws you in. So if you're looking for a World War II read, like, I highly recommend this one, and so I'm really excited to be reading this with my aunt. And lastly, the book that me and my friend are reading for our book club is A Court of Wings and Ruin, and again, this is a reread for us. I read this like when the series came out, and I introduced my friend to this during our master's, so we are rereading it together because this is one of our favorite trilogies. I'm sure you guys are all familiar with this, but yeah, this is like my guilty pleasure read. I really love this, and me and my friend were actually talking about this. We were like, remember the first one, bits and pieces of it. We really remember the second one, but we don't really remember the third one, so we like reading it for the first time, which I am really excited about. But yeah, this book is quite hefty, so I feel like it will take us a while to get through, but nevertheless, I am really excited to pick this one up. So that's it, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below what books you'll be reading this month and all of that fun stuff. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.